lying down. Take your feet on the floor, and we're going to go up with your exhale, one vertebra at a time, and lower down. Now inhale. As you exhale, curl your low back off the mat. Both hips are level and down. And exhale up. You got it. Yeah, just adjust me. I'll do some of these so you can get there. This is your booty. I'm going to turn on some music a little bit here. All right, your exhale pulls you up. The muscles you want to feel when we're doing these bridges are your glutes and your hamstrings and your back a little bit, but you should not feel stress there. So curl up and down. If you have a herniated disc, you can lift your back as a unit instead of this articulation. Otherwise, stay up the next time you're here and double check that both hip bones are level. Lift up your right leg towards the sky. Now both hips are level. Drop your hips and lift. 1, 2, 3, 4. Good. And notice how you're not letting your low back get more curved than usual. 7, waking up that hamstring. 8, 9, lower that foot. Now realign. Both hips are still level. Lift up the other leg. Dropping, lifting. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That one can get a little hamstring stretch at the same time. 7, the one in the air. 8, you have a little space underneath the neck. Now on the 10, let your left foot down. See if you can stay up. Lift up your right leg, and we're going to draw a line down and up. Inhale, flex, and point. Now, if you have any sacral instability, you could do the same exercise with both feet on the floor and just hold your bridge. Otherwise, your goal is to keep those hips level. 6, while you do these leg pulls. 7, 8, 9, 10. Now you're going to lower that foot. We're going to keep that foot down, lift up the other leg, draw down and up, and 1, 2, 3. Inhale, exhale. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Gorgeous. Now that foot comes down. Inhale. Take your right ankle to your left thigh, and that's a little bit of a hip opener. I'm on one booty. Now we're going to go down and up with that little bit of a hip opener. So lower and lift. The left foot is on the floor. The left knee's over the left heel, and the right ankle is on the left thigh. 5 more times. 6, 7, 8, 9. Now lower your foot. We're going to take that ankle to thigh. Other side, drop down and up. Your backup plan or modification is to have both feet down. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Lower the foot. Inhale. Lower the spine. And here we go. A stretch after all that. Happy baby. Your hands go to your feet. Your knees are wide. And if you want to rock a little right and left, it feels so good. 5. So this should feel like hamstrings. We're working. A little bit of booty. You might feel your low back. Very good. And just for kicks and giggles, stretch out the legs like a big V. You're going to feel the inner thighs. Doesn't that feel great? Hold there. Let your hands assist you. Check it in with those inner thighs. How are they feeling today? I can feel mine just from doing repeats on jumps and drops yesterday from the little climbs to get to those. So just notice how you're feeling today. Hi, Jean. Come on in. 5, 4, 3, 2, and then 1. Now we're going to let our left leg go long on the floor. Lift up the right leg. Place your hands on the mat. Now they're like a frame. You're going to circle your leg while you maintain the ribs down on the floor. As you circle, you can start the breath with your inhale to start the circle, your exhale to complete. If you have any kind of hip clicking going on, you want to decrease the range of motion so you don't have any hip clicking. 5 and 6. Beautiful. To make this harder, that hip can come off the floor, but you keep the shoulders on the floor. 9. We're going to do one more this way. 10. Now the next time that same leg is vertical, reverse it. Open, and you can take your hip off the floor to make it harder, or you can just leave the hip on the floor to keep it at the more moderate challenge. 5 more. Inhale. Your abs are keeping your ribs down. So if you're not sure, put your hands on your ribs. They should be working to keep your ribs down. If your head keeps coming off the floor, grab a pillow for your shoulder and your head. 3 more. 2. All right, your abs are stabilizing you, and now hug that leg in. Make an ankle roll. Just roll that ankle 10 times. Big, big, big. And go the other way with the ankle roll. And then point and flex, point and flex, point and flex. Spread the toes. Good. We're going to keep those feet happy because they're the springboards for the rest of our body to function upon. They're shock absorbers when we walk. All right, let's do the other leg. Lift up that leg. Now inhale, draw a circle. Good, Ellen. And around. Your shoulders are down on the ground. Your hip might come off the mat when you cross that leg. Open up and cross. 6, 7. If you're not sure what your abs are doing, put your hands on the abs, right low as the lower ribs. They should be contracting. Go the other way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Very good. 10, and then we're going to hug that leg in. Now move that ankle in circles and take it in other direction. Point and flex and spread the toes and lower them, kind of like you're tapping your fingers on the table or drumming your fingers. Spread. Now both legs come in and make any kind of ankle movement you need, keeping the foundation of our body springy. Now the hands are going to go down on the side. Lift up both thighs. You're going to act like you are having an inner thigh, a ribbon between your inner thighs. Glue the legs together. Circle it around. Inhale. Now exhale. Go the other way. Now your shoulders are down. Keep the legs glued. And that'll help the inner thighs contract. And the inner thighs will help the pelvic floor contract. The muscles that control the bladder. And the abdominals, the inner thighs help the pelvic floor and the abdominals contract. The transverse abdominals are pulling your belly in like a corset, protecting your spine. So your belly should pull in, especially when those legs are far away from you. Pull the belly in. Don't let it pooch. All right, we're going to take 4 more. 4. Beautiful. 3, 2, 1 more. 1. Perfect. Okay, we're going to take a little thigh into your belly and rock a little bit. 5, 4, 3, 2. Very good. And then separate your hands, one on each knee, and stir the pot. So the knees are going to go the separate directions. Woo! And go the other way. Now those legs are going to come up like there's a table underneath your shins. Let your fingertips come behind your head. Now exhale, we're going to rotate the right shoulder to the left knee and the left shoulder to the right knee. This is for your abs. Now scan your abs as you rotate. Your belly's going to pull in. Belly in. Now we're doing also what's called crisscross. Pull your toes back, and that way your heels lead the way. 10, 9. Lift your shoulder blades. You can look at your abs. Your shoulders are off the mat. 4, 3, 2, 1. Now lower your head. Hands go to your feet. Your knees are wide. This is called supine bound angle. Your pectineus gets a little stretch. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Both legs come up. Now your fingertips are going to come behind your head and lift your shoulder blades. Now lower your legs towards the floor and back up. This is called double leg stretch. You could make it very small and still it would be effective. You can lower it down as long as you can keep your ribs connected to the mat. Point and flex. That's what we're adding a neural flossing cue here. So point and flex. Belly in. 4. The other way to modify this is to have a pillow under your head. 3, or to just bend the knees a whole lot. 2, shorten that lever. And 1. Take a moment to stretch the legs in. You can rock if you'd like to. We're going to add on. This time the legs go up. The right leg, your hands are behind the right leg. You're going to lift your shoulder blades up. Look down towards the foot that's towards the floor. Your exhale pulls your belly in. Inhale. Exhale pulls the belly in. Pull. Pull. You're doing great. So there is a hamstring stretch with this. You're touching. Now pull your toes back and see if you can add on. 10, 9, 8. Good. 7. Lift up just a hair more, Karen. 6, 5, 4, 3. Good. 2. And recover. Good. Pull your legs in. Take a little rock and roll. This next one is double leg stretch. Let me show you the modified because this one's hard. If you know where I'm going, go for it. Otherwise, the modified is legs and arms up, and then you hug your shins. Legs and arms up, and you can feel your abs just keeping your ribs connected. The harder one is curl your shoulder blades off the mat. You're a little cannonball. Keep your shoulder blades off the whole time when you stretch, and then when you hug, and when you stretch, and when you hug, and you inhale, and you exhale, and you inhale, and exhale. Your shoulder blades are off the mat. 4, 3, 2. Very good. 1. All right, terrific. We are going to do a bicycle on our next one. I know we're starting off with abs right away, but it's going to feel good. Trust me. So take a bicycle ride, and that may be enough. Can you feel how your abs are already working to keep your ribs down so that your low back doesn't come off the floor? If you'd like to add on, bicycle your arms, bicycle up to a center point where you're balanced, and bicycle down. Very good. Bicycle up and bicycle down. Now, if your spine is bony or sacrum's bony, all you do is just double your mat, and that'll help things out. Up. Now we're going to pretend that we are riding a tricycle. Make your feet go in tiny little circles, and it's going to make it harder. Another way to make it harder is to cross your arms. If it's too hard and you're not going up a hill, just stick with the legs. 4, or go back to the arms. 3, you should feel your tummy. 2, and 1. Now lower back down. Take a full body stretch. Arms overhead. Shift through your arms. Shift through your legs. Very good. Very good. All right. One more little ab exercise, supine, and then we'll switch up our body position. So bring your right leg into your belly, tuck your chin, nod the head yes, bring it off the floor. Left leg extends. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Point, point, flex, flex. Good. 4, 4, 3, 3, 2, 2, 1, 1. Terrific. Now we're going to touch the right ankle to the left thigh, and it's a hip stretch. Hold this and just start letting those hips wake up a little. Just 30 seconds. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Good. 10, 11, 12, 10 more. All right, let's take the other side, ankle to thigh. Reach your hands through. And you can rock a little if you'd like. One side may be noticeably tighter right away. All right. We'll take another inhale. And exhale. Turn it to the side. Now your elbow is on the mat. You're lifting up through your rib cage. So right now you've got shoulder blade muscles working, shoulder blade stabilizers. You're pitched forward at the hips. And take this top leg, toe it down. Toe down, lift up, toe down. Now your toes are going to face down the whole way. I know your leg wants to do this. See if you can challenge your glute medius on this side. Lift and pull your belly in. 5, 6, 6, 7, 7, 8, 8, 9, 9, 10, 10. Now we're going to draw an 8. So act like there's an 8 on its side that you're tracing. Keep your torso stable. You can see how it wants to go back and forth, but we want to keep it steady for the shoulder blade stabilizers to get strong and not stress the shoulder. Pull your toes backwards. Now go the other way. So it's like your heel is leading the way on drawing that 8. Beautiful. Now we're going to let this down. Hold your arm underneath your ear. Take your leg forward. Now let your bottom leg lift up and over an imaginary fence. Inhale, pull the belly in. On the exhale, your bottom knee is long. This leg's going to try to let it relax. Neck relaxes. Inhale and exhale. Now this foot is going to draw an 8 on the side, an infinity symbol. Keep your knee long. If your hip needs more support, just double up your cushion or grab a pillow. 6, 7, 8. Now, inner thigh, we're going to go backwards. The higher you lift that leg, the more challenge you give yourself. But you're doing a figure 8 on the side. We're just addressing some muscles that usually people work out in the sagittal plane, walking, biking, cross-country skiing, hiking. So what we're doing is complementing those muscles. Inner thighs, outer thighs. All right, we are doing well. Now, take those legs long. They're stacked. Lift up both legs. Can you feel your waist pull in on these? This is obliques too. 5 abs, 6, 7, 8, 9. Now you may just do this again, or let me get away from my wall, or you might try to lift up your armpit like you're a banana. 2, that may not be for you. You can just stay down. 4, lateral flexion. 5, so still working abs. 6, 7, 8, and you see I'm trying to keep my arm long to make it harder. 9, or both arms. Now, if you want to do a fancy move, it's so fun. You can come up and do a banana boat. And I even just bent my knees because I have a long lever, but I'll do it with long legs. So go up and 5, or just take your time and roll to the other side. 3, 4, 1 more, 5. Now I'm going to change my side to you. And if you need a sip of water, please do, or still, I'm still into coffee. Now, elbow down. You're going to lift up your waist. This is not saggy at all. Tap toe. Lift up over an imaginary fence. Good. And 5, and 5, and 6, and 6, and 7, and 7. You got it. 8, 8, 9, 9. Now that same leg can draw an 8 on the side. 1, 2. Very good. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Now this toe, these toes are going to pull backwards. We're going to go reverse 8. Lift up through your waist. Your toes are more oriented down to work that abductor, that booty. Woo! Leg feels heavy, doesn't it? And then 10. Now that leg's going to rest over. You're going to take this bottom arm like a pillow. And if your neck needs the support, just grab a pillow. Take this bottom leg, lift up. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now draw an 8 on the side. All right, now your toes can pull back. Go backwards. Eight. Good. All right, now we're going to take this leg long again. Both legs are going to lift up. They can be in line with the body now, but as you look down, you can still see your toes. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. All right, now that could be where you stay, or if you want to add on your upper body, your hands could help if you need it. 7, make sure your neck isn't straining. 8, 9. All right, 10. Now you could keep doing those or just the lower half, or if you want to come up with grace, a banana boat, and then you're fighting gravity. You're not just falling down. Your exhale, you're controlled. I'm going to bend my knees just a tiny bit. Those are some long levers. Good. Exhale, 3. Really good. Good, Cheryl. 4. Trying not to throw the arms. You're trying to control it. 1 more. We're going to hold it for 5. Lift up. You're doing great. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let those feet down. All right. Now, partial roll down. Roll down and up. Roll down and up. Now, a partial roll down is going to be different depending on you. The requirement is your feet stay down. So if your feet kick up, you're done. But if you can go down and up, then you can go all the way. Great. Your feet down. You can even lengthen your knees. All right. Good. So some of you might have a bent knee going down 3 inches. Some of you might be going all the way down and over. Some of this is physics, how you're built. If you're heavier in the legs, then it's easier to come up. Now we are going to add a possible harder challenge. If you would like to add on a harder challenge, you're going to sit upright. Now watch how I just hinge. Hinge, 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 hinge. When I can't go anymore, sequence the spine down. Now this is hard because your hands are beside your elbows. You go over an imaginary beach ball, stack the spine, hinge, abs, 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 and then roll. And exhale over that beach ball, lift up, hinge, and roll. We're going to do 2 more. And over, and hinge, and roll. 1 more. Up, over, sequence, hinge, and then full body stretch. Left foot on the floor, right leg in the air. You can take a normal crunch or come up 5 times to climb a tree. Today's ab day, I think. 4, inhale, 3, climb a tree, feel a hamstring stretch. 2, tuck the chin so your neck isn't strained. 1, good, Michelle. And then the other side, you're going to go up that tree, or you might just do a 30-degree crunch where the shoulder blades come off the back. Tuck the chin, stretch the leg. Exhale, pull the belly in. 3, 2, 1 more. Inhale and exhale. Very good. If you feel good, and I know you do, you can come up. Both knees bend. Exhale, 3. Exhale, 4. Oh, I like it. Yeah. Do 3 more for good luck. Here we go. Or you can just rest. 3. Very good. 2. Strike a pose for 5. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Cross your ankles. All right, now I'm going to show you a way you can get back. If you don't want anything to do with this, I totally understand. Just get there any way you want. But if you want a funky way to get back, you can step or jump back. That was really fun. Good. I'm glad we all had fun. All right, we're going to put our elbows down on the mat. Hold on to plank. 30. If you need to modify, go to your knees. One little cue here is to act like you're pulling your pubic bone towards your sternum and your sternum towards your pubic bone, or your elbows toward your feet and your feet towards your elbows. All right, hold 10 more. All right, rest the pelvis. You're in a sphinx. Now your hands can push up. Shoulder blades down the back. Neck is soft. 10. Lower your elbows, curl the toes, come on up again, front plank. You're doing great. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 10 more. 24, 25, 26, 27, good. 28, tuck the chin, Karen, just a little. And 30, rest your pelvis. Either your forearms can stay or your hands can push you up. Ah, looks great. Upper back. Inhale. Exhale, a third front plank. Elbows down, curl the toes, lift up. Belly in. 1, 2. Good. Lift your ribs a little bit, Betty. Yep. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Energize the legs. Forearms are strong so the shoulder blades are flat. Inhale. Exhale, rest your pelvis. Press your hands down and lift up. Good. Okay, we go down again. Now rest your head or your cheek and lift up both legs. Hamstrings and glutes, lower your legs, lift up your upper back. This is called dynamic swan. Lift up your legs, lift up your back, lift up your legs, lift up your upper back and your legs. In your upper back and your legs. All right, stay up in your upper back. 8, 7, 6, 5. Beautiful. 4, 3, 2. And on the 1, let's take a child pose. This is a good chance if you've been wanting to take a sip of water or a coffee as well. Keep hydrated. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. We've done our forearm planks, and you know I like this side of planks. So we're going to put our elbow underneath our shoulder. This vertical part's pretty important, pretty key for stability. Shoulder mechanic. Your legs can be strong. Shoulder mechanics. Lift up. Now just hold. Just get steady. 10. 9, 8, there you go. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and lower your hip. Go to the other side. Good. Karen, if something's going on with your upper body, you can also do leg lifts. That's another thing that gets those lateral muscles. That's a good modification. When you're ready, come up and hold. All right, here we go. You're up against a wall, or you're in between a toaster slot or a bagel slot. 5, 4. What we're doing is establishing stability before mobility. Inhale and lowering your hip. Perfect. Over to the other side. The reason I change is so I can see your form, see your pretty faces. So we are adding on. If you want to stay still, you can, but if you'd like to add on, lift up that top arm, lift up your hips. Now exhale. You can just thread that needle. Your hips stay facing front. Your torso can rotate. Your arm can go under and back. And 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and 7 and 8 and 9 and 10. Arm up. Hip lowers with care. See how I'm never collapsing in my shoulder. Other side. Sip of water if you need. Okay, good, Michelle. We're going to go up. Here we go. Your upper back's against a wall at first. Then add a thread. Your hips stay forward. And exhale. 2 and 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Lower your hip. Looking good, guys. Let's do this side. Elbow line. All right, I love these lateral flexions. So this hand's going to start low. Get ready. We're going to inhale, lift up and go over. Now, a lower, but never collapse through your shoulder. Your hip lowers. 3. Good. 4. So make sure your ribs are still in line with your pelvis. You're not poking them forward. 6. Your bottom abductor's working here. 7. And your obliques and your shoulder blade stabilizers. 8. Head against an imaginary wall. 9. It feels good, like you're painting a rainbow. 10. And then lower your hip. And let's go to the other side. Good job. Now your elbows down. Your legs are long. Hand here. Get ready. Up and over. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And then sit on your booty. And we're going to do a reverse plank possibly. You could just sit and do inner thigh stretch if you want a backup plan. That's your modification. If you'd like, put your fingers behind you. And the modification is also here, table or reverse plank, Purvottanasana. So choose which one you would like today. Lots of choices. Now, the main thing is you're not throwing your head back. Your hands are pushing strong. If you know you tend to bend backwards in your elbows, you actually have to give a little softness there. And then, of course, the other joint is the knees. If you know you tend to hyperextend, if you're not sure, look at them. If you see horizontal creases on your pants or your knee skin, then you want to soften the knees more by digging the heels in and lifting the knees up. Inhale and exhale. All right, we're going to all do a bound angle together. Your feet soles can be together. You can even open up your big toe away from the second toe here with your fingers. Press your elbows into your calves if that's appropriate for you or your inner thighs. And now just enjoy. We've been doing a lot of planks. We're going to take a moment to let the muscles relax. Feel the face relax. Feel the shoulders relax. Part of good health is to not only know how to contract muscles, but know how to relax them so they're not in a chronic contraction and the nervous system is able to regulate. Cortisol and fight, flight, freeze, or fawn when it needs it, or relaxation to heal. Relax your inner thighs, relax your pelvic floor, relax your eyelids. That'll tell the parasympathetic system to kick in and heal. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. All right. Take another inhale. And then as you exhale, come back up. If you want to take a different angle as a modification, you can. Otherwise, let's take a second Purvottanasana. Legs are long for harder, knees are bent for easier, fingertips behind you. Lift up your booty. Now, if you're feeling like you want to add on, you can lift up the right leg. Yeah, and then lift up the left leg. This is a leg pull. 3, 4, 5. If your knees keep bending backwards, another trick is to put your heels on the foam roller. My foam roller is about 7 feet away from me, so that's why I didn't grab it for. Sometimes when I exercise, I am really focused on efficient to the point where I don't go get a prop. But take one more, but if you need it, do. Right, left. Now lower your booty. Very good. Let's go out like a V. Inhale. Now on your exhale, go way down. Just enjoy. Way down could be relative, right? Just go to where you feel an inner thigh stretch. Sink in there. Inner thigh stretch. Enjoy this. We're getting ready to rumble after this. Relax your inner thighs. Relax your shoulders. Take 10. 5. 4. 3. 2. And on the one. Should feel so good to come out or to have done that. We're going to add on hands and knees. Now, if you know you don't like knees down, go ahead and double up your mat. The other thing is you could do beast right away. So right now you could do cat-cow. Spinal flexion, like I always say, you're as young as your spine, or that's one saying in yoga. There's a lot of things that affect that, right? Just general attitude, but rolling, lifting, and flexing. Now you can add on curl the toes, lift up your knees, and then add that on. Exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale. This is the beast, so it adds a little more Good. 5, 4. Good. Keep the knees low to the ground to add more endurance. 3, or to add more strength. 2, 1. Now, if you can, go right back into a down dog. Down dog is like an upside down V. Bend one knee and bend the other. Relax the neck, relax the shoulders. Both heels can press down. Both heels can lift up. Hold the heels down. 5, 4, 3, 2, and the knees come down again, because the option here is to do push-ups. If you know where you're going with this push-up, you can do that now. I'm going to demo a couple of each of the modifications. One modification is your Q. You bend your elbows and you straighten up. Good. Make sure your head doesn't drop. Lift your ribs a little bit, Catherine. Lift your belly sagging. Lift it up. Belly up. Ribs up. Good. The other one is knees back, like modified. Good, Rick. You're like a staff. You want to pretend like you're a pillar. The other one is toes. You can also do this against a wall. Ear in line with the shoulder. The temptation is the head drops. The other temptation is the low back sags. You want to pull your ribs up. You want to keep pulling your head up. Only your elbows bend. Everything else stays in a staff. 4, energize your knees. 3, really lift your ribs, Catherine. 2, you might even go to your knees because it's just dropping. Yeah. And rest, rest, rest. Good. Rest your head. Rest your arms. Good. We're going to do another set, and I'm going to demo what I mean by that cue. But if you know if you know what it is, don't worry. But if your low back does this, that's going to not feel good after a while. You want to pull your ribs up and get in a plank. That even if you have to hold a plank. Stability before mobility. 10 reps. 3, 4, 5. Good, Michelle. 6, 7. Lift up your ribs a little bit, Catherine. 8. You might just go to your knees. 9, or maybe do 1-inch ones. Yeah, that's it. And lift up more. 10. Okay, now these are going to be fun. Bend your elbows, triceps. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And we're going to head to a side plank. Right elbow. If you need a sip of water, go for it. Or coffee. Right elbow. Modified here is the hip or the knee. So please take a modification if you need this. If you want it harder, go up. Oops, arm over. If you want it harder, go up. Elbow to knee. Always think of a trucker pull. When you would be a kid and you'd see a truck and you want them to blow your horn, you'd pull your arm down. 4, 5. Now this bottom hip is working, isn't it? 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, we're going to hoe to the other side. Here we go. Now, arm overhead. Inhale, lift. Now we're going to do an elbow to knee. Remember, you can modify by being on your hip. 2, exhale, pull through peanut butter. Resist. 4, bottom hip lifts you up. 5, good, Karen. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I like it. Good. Head to the other side. Elbow down. This foot, I'm going to take my sock off. This foot can go on your inner thigh or your calf or the floor for a tree. I'm going to put it where the arch meets my inner thigh flesh and lift up. Now this bottom hip is what lifted. So this abductor is working this shoulder blade. 10, stabilizers. 2, 3, good. 4, 5, 6, 7, you're really strong. 8, you're performing right now for a bunch of people. Look good. And lower, good. Other side. This sock can come off if you had one on. We're going to take that elbow directly underneath your shoulder. The shoulder blade stability is critical. These all build strength with the shoulders if done correctly, when done correctly. Tree pose. In yoga, it's Vrikshasana. This is also called Vasisthasana. So side plank with tree pose. Lift that bottom hip. 5. Head is against a wall. Good, Michelle. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Lower that hip. Other side. You're doing great. Remember, you can always do side leg lifts if you need a backup plan. This one is side leg abduction, only 5 reps, but you'll see why it's pretty tough. Now, the hip or the knee is your modification. Otherwise, you're coming up. Now, lift up that top leg like you're a star 5 times, 4 times, 3 times, 2, 1. Lower your hip. Other side. Good. All right. Elbow. Arm. Now remember, the possibility is 5, 4, bottom hip has to work though, doesn't it? 3, 2, 1. Perfect. All right, lower your booty. Feet out. You're gonna love this. Left hand to inner right knee. Right arm up and over. Now, you can make this your own flavor. Like when I make food, my grandma used to say, you got to doctor it up. So doctor it up to make this your own stretch. You can rotate. You can rotate towards the sky. Find a fabulous stretch for you. I've got a lot here. Let me just double check everybody's good. You could, if you need to modify, you put yourself on a pillow. And you relax. Yeah, grab a pillow if you need to, Karen. Grab a pillow, yeah. What you don't want is the low back to be sinking behind you. Grab a pillow. Another way you can do this is bend the knees slightly. Or stand up and go over, yeah. That a girl. If you need to stay longer, do. Inhale, come up. The hand that was in the air, it's now reaching to the opposite inner knee for most of us. I'll demonstrate another way to do this if that's not working out. And up and over. If it's not working out, another way to do this is put that support hand on the outside of the thigh. Okay, so if you're feeling tight, that's how you'll do it. If you can grab the inner knee, that's great. There you go, Karen, that looks good. Michelle, that looks good. Add your own flavor. Breathe into that. There you go. 4, 3. Inhale. Now, just for kicks and giggles, go right down the middle again. See if it's a little easier. It is going to be. Relax your neck. 10. 5. 4. Take an inhale. And then exhale, come back up. Good job. We're going to go to our bellies. These are the swans. You guys know how much I think about swans. I love them. Where's the time go? All right. The swan. Hover your hands and then lift up by pressing your hands into the floor. That may be all you do. Good. I'm going to hold us here for a bit. Belly pulls away like a piece of ice is underneath it. Good. This is so good for posture. All right, now exhale, lower. You are welcome to do that again, or if you would like to bend your knees and find your ankles in your feet, you can try this one, 1 or 2 feet. Otherwise, do the one I just did, swan. Open up. Lower down. We're going to do swan or bow pose again. When you're ready, do it whatever you're doing. Swan, a sphinx, or bow pose. Good. Very good. Neck soft. Exhale, lower. Now leave a little space underneath your left armpit. Walk your right hand underneath and go over. Knee down twist. Right hand on your left knee. Five, 4, 3, 2, and on the 1, roll towards the belly again, the belly towards the floor. Now you're going to lift up your right armpit, your left armpit walks underneath, and then you flip until your right arm's out like a T. Your left hand can put weight on your right thigh. Yep. Palm is up. If it's off the floor and it's uncomfortable, lower your palm. Yep. There you go. That's it, Karen. Keep that waist away from your rib cage. And 5, 4, 3, 2, and then lie on your backside and grab your band. I think I asked you to grab a band in the beginning. So if you can, we'll hit about 30 seconds on each, just for time. So if you need to take more, you can. I like to take the one across the midline because it's going to get that outer hamstring. You can let your eyes soften and your breath go in through your nose so that you're already telling the parasympathetic system to kick in. The vagus nerve is stimulated, relaxing your body, healing. And if you need to do longer, please do. I'm just going to have us switch feet. Leg down, leg up. Cross the midline a little, shoulders soft. The breath is regulating your nervous system, bringing you back into calm, just like it can do under moments of stress. You can imagine you're relaxing on a lily pad in the middle of cypress trees, animals all around, Spanish moss hanging from the cypress. They call it old man's beard too, just curly Spanish moss. Now, when you're ready, take a moment to find your Shavasana, which is a restful posture. As much of your cells that can touch the floor, allow them to touch the floor. Relax your mind and just float on that lily pad for a moment and receive your moment of peace. Receive the feeling of sunshine on your body, giving you vitamin D, restoring your health, priming you for healing. Just take a moment to absorb all that restoration. As you're ready, keeping that sense of peace and eyes soft, diaphragmatic breath, gently sequence your spine up to a comfortable sitting position, as if you're sitting with as little effort as you can, eyes soft, surrounded by the cypress, by the birds, by the turtles. Just taking it all in, a moment of peace where no one expects anything of you and everything is peaceful. Yourself with an elevated sense of health, fresh eyes, childlike wonder in the world, renewed breath. Whenever you're ready, allow your eyes to open and come back into the room. Thank you so much for coming. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for coming. Good job, guys. I saw a big tortoise yesterday in the trail. I posted it on my story if you want to see those. I'll send these in the newsletter, but thank you so much, guys, for being here. See you next time.